the horror movie just started.
Yeah.
This has just started because what happens as soon as you get hacked by a ransomware attack, it's like a feast going of sharks.
Welcome to the Bullpen podcast hosted by Torian Consulting. I'm Sonia Pedowick.
I'm Bobby Watkins.
I'm Misty Rodriguez.
Each week we'll be bringing you different episodes about fintech and talent.
It's going to be exciting to be able to talk about these topics in depth, to be able to bring you guests, to be able to dive into topics on recruiting, mental health, the job market, new technologies, and of course, everything happening in our beloved city of Las Vegas.
Do you want a job or not?
Let's grab the bull by the horns. Welcome back to the Bullpen podcast hosted by Torian Consulting Group. Today we have my longtime friend, Mack Jackson from Vanderson Cyber Group. Today we're going to talk about AI-powered cyber attacks, the surge in ransomware, the growing threat of data brokers. I mean, so many nerdy and exciting things.
Yes.
I can't wait to get to it. So let's grab the bull by the horns. Welcome, Mack. Thank you so much for being on our show today.
Thank you, Sonia.
Super excited
Appreciate
to talk
it.
about all these amazing topics. Why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about who you are and your company, and then we'll get into some of these juicy topics.
Okay. So my name is Mack Jackson Jr. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, born and raised native here, hometown. Absolutely. I'm a cybersecurity professor at 2 leading universities. I teach ethical hacking. I also have a consulting business, and I do a TV show as well called Cybersecurity Awareness TV, where we talk about cyber threats and I get the message out to our community about what they need to do to protect themselves from these bad guys.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Love it. We've been on a podcast before.
That's right.
Many,
Been right goes.
Yeah.
Yes, several years. Wow. Time went by fast, huh?
Don't age us. Need any help with that? Yeah, so let's get into, I know Misty and Bobby have some of your topics and questions, and let's just get into it. Some of this is just like too mind-blowing for me to even grasp.
It can be.
Yeah.
So much good. It changes all the time, even on the way up here.
Yeah.
I got text messages from the FBI and law enforcement of things that are happening and changing as we speak. It's incredible.
So you want to start with some AI stuff first? What do you got over there? Let's talk.
I first want to bring up that I'm still on Mack's website. I don't know if anybody knows that. I'm on his, I look like I was learning something that day. You haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
that,
You
Matt?
are. Yes.
I was
yes.
I actually was. I was taking notes. Yeah. So I'm still on the,
Yeah, Kelly's on there too.
we're all like, in a row looking like,
When they came to my event
10
years ago,
Oh
just
my
about,
gosh. It's so funny.
over at the Switch Data Center.
Yeah.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
brought it up
Or
this
Switch.
morning and I was like, how I missed the old Switch.
Oh.
Yes, that was
Data
a lot
center.
of fun.
Yeah.
Data center, yes.
And how it was, we could go and attend your luncheons, and it was so
Lunch and
cool
learns,
because
yeah.
you could learn so much. I mean, even just the recruiting side, we know
Well,
how to.
We've actually advanced it now forward from those lunch and learns, and we have an event called Hacking the Human. And it's an event where friends of mine from the FBI and the Secret Service that are in. But it's been postponed right now, and we'll let you know when that's happening again, because some of them have been fired, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
But yeah, we're doing that, and it's much bigger, badder, and better because they're actually coming in and they're bringing in stuff that they've done. And the last one we did was really good with one of the agents.
So do they wear masks like when they're talking in front since they're Secret Service?
Well, no, but I have when the agent's there,
it was like-
and video will have a hacker, and it's interesting because the agent that's there, he would love to arrest him, but he's on video, but he's somewhere around the world. So and when you're doing these presentations, he's looking at the guy and he's talking back, yeah, this is what I've done, hacked in this, yada, yada. And you look at the agent, he's sitting there going, wow, I can get this guy. Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's
So let's
wild.
get into your first topic. What's the first topic?
Sure.
AI?
Yeah, what do you have there? AI.
It says the rise of AI-powered cyber attacks.
Yes. So as you guys know, AI is definitely here. It is absolutely the eighth wonder of the world, let's say, what it's doing, and it's getting better and better as we speak.
It's smart.
Yeah, the rise of the bots are definitely happening. If you guys haven't used AI now, if you haven't used it, you need to tell people to use it, because of those who are not using AI in the world today are going to be left behind. I think of it as a tsunami that's coming in, right? And it's best to be at a tsunami, you're on top of it as the wave's going through. And that's people who are educated, understand what's going on in technology. And the people who are sitting on the beach are the ones that are saying, I have my IT people take care of that. I have somebody else to take care of that for me. I'm not worried about it. That AI stuff, I won't lose my job. And that's when they look around and everything gets dark. They'll see a 100-foot wave come swash them away. And that's basically what's happening right now.
So how do we prepare for it? What do we need to know?
Well, the best thing to do is to learn how you can improve your current jobs positions. Everything that you do, from your jobs to your personal life, have AI involved in it in some way. But be careful as well not to give the AI too much about your personal self, because that's coming around the corner too. We're going to have our own personal AI bot soon. Right now we're using like ChatGPT or Google or Genesis or one of the others, but now the Chinese have released a new AI called DeepSeek, and that's going to be more of a your personal AI. So you'll be able to have your own block of an IT server in your home that will go out to the internet and bring data in, but it won't let your personal data come out to be exposed to the world, because these bots, they learn by going out and finding things already created and then create your own. But have your own personal AI, it will go out to the internet and bring it in, digest it, and come up with things for you, but not tell your secrets to the world.
Wow.
So that's a lot of corporations are wanting to do it because they want to keep their IP, their intellectual properties secured. Sorry, did I just go?
No, it's more like, what is happening?
Yeah.
You know
So what
I
would
mean?
be
Like,
the purpose of having that? I don't understand. Like what?
DeepSeek.
Okay.
DeepSeek.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, DeepSeek. And
So why would I want to have that?
well, first of all, what's happening now, there's lots of different controversy. First of all, DeepSeek is a bot like ChatGPT. It's a competitor.
Right.
Right? ChatGPT took about $100 million to create, where DeepSeek, coming over from China, using inferior, inefficient computer systems, like old computers and process, they were able to make them more efficient to compete with ChatGPT for $5 million.
Okay.
And they're giving it away for free.
I know, but why do I want to have it?
Oh, why do you want to have it? Things that you're doing right now, it's like having an electronic assistant. For example, I'll give you an example. I use several different AI bots, and it's crazy. It's literally like having an electronic assistant. You could ask it basically almost anything, and it
still
can do
not
these
understanding.
tasks for you.
Like-
So think about your daily tasks.
Okay.
Saying, okay, I needed to plan a trip, like what I did yesterday, planning a trip to Florida next week. And I need to find me reservations for my trip to Florida. So remember I told you years ago about Jennifer? I was really creating this. It's already done now. I don't have to write it anymore. And the bot went out and got my reservation for me and scheduled it, booked my ticket, asked me for a confirmation. I'm in my car, calls my car and talks to me there and says, do you have it? Yep, I have my reservation and everything all booked, versus having an employee hiring someone to do it.
Right.
So that's good. That's good for it.
And is that using the one built out of China?
That was done using another custom one. That's somewhere I'm beta testing an actual bot. It's not released out to the public yet, but it's a beta test bot that does that.
And so what's the risk of having something that's like a DeepSeek?
The risk is, okay, so we talked about the good AI bots, right? DeepSeek, ChatGPT. There's another one, the masked villain that's out there, and it's called Worm GPT. You guys heard of Worm GPT?
No.
Worm GPT is the bad guy. That's the bad guy that's out there.
Right.
For example, Sonia, let's say your neighbor in your backyard, your neighbor behind you at your house, is causing a ruckus and you just hate that neighbor.
Right.
You can go into Worm GPT. Again, it's the evil one. It's the one that law enforcement hates. And you can tell them, this is where I live. My neighbor behind me, how can I blow up their house? And it will say, well, great. Tell us the products you have under your kitchen sink right now. I have ammonia, I have baking soda, I have vinegar, and it will come up with a plan and how you could destroy your neighbor's house in the backyard.
I mean, but Google could do that as well.
Yeah, but
But-
then
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but Google's, it's so like everybody can, you know what I mean? Like it's watched.
yeah, it's
So-
watched, and then the police are watching it. Not Worm, but Worm does. Remember I said before you put your address in, it will also tell you where the vulnerabilities in that house is of your neighbor in your backyard. Their vulnerabilities. Is it the gas system by Southwest Gas? Is that a good place to put the bomb? Is it a good place to put the bomb by the door
Oh my gosh.
or where the doggy door where the dog comes out of? It goes through the whole thing. And if that doesn't work, just go into Discord and dox them and have the SWAT team out there and smash in their house, tell them that they're doing
gosh.
drugs. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, those are just some of the things,
Oh my gosh.
good and bad, you could do with.
She's like, what's next?
I know.
Sonya's like, move along.
I mean, we always talked about this on your show. With every good thing out there, there's the bad side of it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and I mean, that's my thing is like AI is so great, but then of course people have to go and ruin it by creating
Yeah.
the evil side of it.
Yeah, and it's hard to do because when you create something good for the world, the good guys don't really test all of the possibilities of bad things happening. You know, the marketing department creates it and goes, "Hey, boss, look what we could do," and they get out there, "Hey, let's sell it," and they go and sell it.
Right.
But they don't have a research and development team that are saying, how can this destroy the world? Oh, we'll worry about that later. We have insurance to cover that.
Sell
Yeah.
it first.
We have
Yeah.
insurance, they'll pay for that.
Yeah.
You know, or
right.
you know, take care of it.
Right. Oh my goodness.
So
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, so how can companies ethically take advantage of AI to, without compromising and
Okay, that's a good question. So you look at a corporation that has the Q&A for their employees or employee handbook. Employee handbook, you can have AI set up for that, where it's automatically updated with the newest laws relating to discrimination, maybe Title I, maybe sexual harassment, but it's automatically updated. The employee will basically just talk to the chat bot and automatically have the most updated versions of what's going on without having the company to hire an HR department to update the information manually, right? Then you have to go out to the U.S. Department of Labor, try to bring in the latest laws. If you have your bot doing it, it's always updating the latest updates that are going on.
Right.
And any type of intellectual competition that you're doing within a company, you can have your bot automatically checking for things that may affect your business. For example, 6 months ago, I asked my chat, give me a plan to make $20,000 within the next 4 months. And I thought I would come back, get a different job.
It's like, get it together, okay?
I thought it would say that, right? but no, it didn't. That's what girlfriend said, get a different job. But what it said, it listed 20 steps to take, people to contact. I should have been on that list. You were on that list too. Contact Sonia,
Of course.
working together, doing stuff. Yeah, because it went through all of the things that I talk about in my database,
Right.
my emails, my social media, and it says, okay, this is part of the Vanderson Cyber Group.
Yeah.
Right? The group meaning people working together, right?
Yeah.
And it came all these resources, putting these resources together as the lawyers I work with and the way to raise money.
Opportunities.
Yeah. And so those are just some of the ideas you could use the bots for that are good for businesses.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
My mind's still blown on how to blow up my neighbor's house. Not that I want to. I love my neighbors, all of them.
Please don't watch this episode.
I do.
We have
love
to
all
do something
my-
shocking
I
to get
love
people
all-
to
I
watch, right?
I love all my neighbors.
People like the
I have
shocking
great-
stuff.
You did not see my face.
No, I love all my neighbors.
so do you see this AI like more advantageous for cyber criminals or defenders right now? Like,
Oh, I definitely see AI will replace the criminals. There are cyber groups around the world called scam farms, right? Where smaller countries, communist countries, they have these kids or people working there. They're on the telephone. They're trying to call and scam into the Americans, right? Or the Western countries and steal from them. Well, in our society, we have a capitalist society where we're driven for money. If you do really well and scam these people, you can get all this money. In other countries, they'll say, scam this person. You got to make these certain calls. If you don't, we're going to kill somebody in your family. See the difference? So one side you have money driven, the other side you're driven by threats
Survival.
of violence and survival. So they're pushing to do that. But now with AI involved, they're thinking, we don't have to do that threat anymore. We can have a bot to replace all these people in the call center. The bots will continually make the phone calls because the bots will learn as it grows and develops. The bot never takes a sleep, never calls in sick, never talks back, never has a cigarette break. Have to worry about any of that stuff. Continuously working. And you could change the voice and everything with the bot. So yes, using AI bots, especially in the dating one. I talked about online dating before. It is even worse now. You guys have heard of OnlyFans, right?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Well, two of my clients set up fake OnlyFans, and they're doing 10 grand a month right now with bots that do not exist.
Gosh, dang
amazing.
it. There's that extra job, Mac.
Yeah.
Bots that do not exist,
Need to
and the
create that.
AI models do not exist. So the actual bot creates it, creates
Yeah.
the model. But as it has conversations with I want to call them victims, but the person on the other end thinking they're talking to,
customer
Yes.
victims. Yeah.
it's learning about that person and automatically responding back to them. For example, you could have an AI girlfriend and
Yeah.
will call you and talk to you, ask you, how's your day going? And did you get your haircut last week? Oh, this looks good on you. Things like that. And you're thinking, whoa, thank you. I really appreciate it. You're having this conversation with someone that doesn't exist. It's a total bot.
And there's no legal ramifications for that because you're,
Yet.
I was
Yes.
like, we're not there yet.
Yeah, the laws
We
are not
need
there
to.
yet.
yeah.
But then you think it's more of a moral thing.
Yeah. Why would it ever be illegal? You're paying for interaction. You're not paying for like a real relationship.
Yeah, you're not paying for a real relationship. It gets really weird. There's also a priest one, a priest AI. What's the name of that website? Confession. There's an AI confession website you can go to now as well. And what they're
You're
saying,
missing the boat on these opportunities.
what they're saying
You got
is that
college to pay for.
the priest website or confession website, they're looking at the data and are finding information in there that people are talking to the AI more, telling them more confessing things or secretive things more than they were a human.
Nice.
So you're talking, but they're saying stuff like, I want to kill my ex-wife. Things like
But
that.
they're just confessing it. They're
and
not
then
taking
can that be
action.
used
Maybe
against
some.
them?
If they actually killed the wife.
Maybe, but then
you
you
gotta
have to get
find-
then you have to get the data subpoenaed. They have it subpoenaed, but then it's like when you sign up for it, you're saying your information is secured,
Because it's between a priest.
right? But you're talking to an AI, you could say that, hey, I was just only having a fantasy about killing my ex-wife, my baby mama. Just a fantasy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's wild.
It's wild.
Some of these sessions I sit in, it's literally, I feel like I walk out of there thinking, this is a Netflix episode.
Yes.
I can
Not yet.
Oh my
You
gosh.
may have just released it. So
I'm curious. Is there a class to take to learn how to properly talk to the bot to tell it? Some of this stuff is very specific and like
Prompting, yes.
prompting
Yeah,
class.
yeah, it's prompting. It's all in prompting. Just like we do in our regular English sentence. If you want to get someone to do something called persuasion, you have to learn how to persuade, right? Learn how to ask the questions. And that's basically what you're doing with AI.
Build me a bot that calls 3,000 people every single day and sends out emails automatically.
That's
you
possible.
can use ChatGPT.
That is possible
We
to
need to
do
talk.
that.
I'm like, she, what I call her. Yeah, she can do that for you.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely
gosh.
possible to do that. Have a bot.
Careful. That's all I.
All right. I want more of these. I'm interested. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Let's move
okay.
on to the
Yes.
surge in ransomware.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
ransomware.
a fun one. Always.
Oh man, yeah, ransomware is definitely on the increase. It is. We thought it would slow down. There'd be less ransomware attacks.
we were
People
talking
were
about this
aware of it.
way back on your show.
Were
And
we?
people still don't want to listen. So I was in this like messenger group with a bunch of women business owners. And this was like a month or so ago. And like, it was like a Sunday. And someone's like, hey, does anybody know anyone who can help a small business recover $100,000 because they were just the victim of attack of a ransomware. And I was like, what do you mean recover? And they're like, well, one of their admins fell victim to a fake email request for money from their like bank account, whatever. I said, well, do they have cybersecurity? No. What was, and they filled in some, I'm like, the money's gone. Like they're not going to recover that. They should call the police. They should get the FBI involved. If they didn't have insurance, if they didn't have a disaster recovery, I asked all the questions, disaster recovery. They're like, no. And like, they should be able to get the money back, Sonia. I'm like,
Yeah, they only have to have cyber liability insurance.
nope.
And even if
They didn't have error and emissions. They didn't have cybersecurity. They didn't have anything. And I was like, well, what do you mean they should be able to get the money back?
even if they did have cyber liability insurance, a lot of the companies that are saying that they're securing you,
Right.
as soon as you apply for that claim, they'll pay it. Next month, you're canceled.
Right.
You know what?
Yeah.
That brings up some really good.
Every year I have to find a new cybersecurity insurance company to, not every year, but nearly every year to cover because they aren't deciding to cover those
Yeah, 'cause they
insurances
thought
anymore.
the insurance industry thought this was a great moneymaker
yeah.
for them, but they find out it's not.
And you really have to be very diligent. And when you fill out the application, like, okay, I'm saying I'm going to do things, because if there's an event and you said I'm going to do these things and they come and audit you and say, well, you didn't do these things, then they don't have to cover you.
True, and even if it's a little thing, you have to ask. I always tell my clients when we talk to cyber insurance companies, tell us what you won't cover.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, they can't answer the question. Oh, next, we find another company.
Yeah.
And don't deal with them because their job every insurance company, their job is not to pay claims.
Right. I mean, look at what's happening with fire insurance and flood insurance. Like,
Yes,
they don't
not
want to
to
cover
pay claims. They don't want to pay.
They don't want to cover.
But for ransomware, I have a client that I got acquired Monday, hit with a ransomware. She had $30,000 stolen out of her checking account, her Zelle account, and it was just clicking from her phone on a link on her phone. She was driving, and she saw, oh, wow, what's this? And she clicks on it, not paying attention, and got nabbed. But the bank said, we'll offer you a different checking account. We'll give you a new checking account, and, we don't know if we can get your money back. It's more likely gone. So she called me. She goes, well, am I covered now? I said, no. The horror movie just started.
Yeah.
This has just started because what happens as soon as you get hacked by a ransomware attack, it's like a feast going of sharks. They'll end up telling other hackers, wow, we just $30,000 from this company. And then the other hackers will say, well, how'd you do it? I'll tell you, but I got to pay. You have to charge you. So they'll buy their plan, and now they'll turn around and hack you 6 months later.
Yeah.
From a different way.
Yeah.
Vis-a-vis.
Yeah.
Caesars and
Yeah.
MGM.
Yeah.
I'll go into it. I'm writing my dissertation right now, and I'm a year behind because of that cyber attack from Caesars and MGM. The people I was telling you how hard it's been?
Yeah.
Several people that I've set up to interview said, no, we can't talk to you because we're in a class action lawsuit. Right? And then I'm working on my dissertation. I get a phone call from a lawyer that says that, oh, by the way, once your dissertation is finished, you may be subpoenaed for a witness for it. Like, well, hope that subpoena come with a $sign behind it.
Yeah.
Because this is taking me a lot more time. It costs a lot more money to get this thing done.
Yeah.
But the data that I've gathered has been amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, no, I get so many emails. I just got something on Sunday from Zelle. It says like, we owe you $899 to process a refund from Zelle. I'm like, none of my bank accounts use Zelle.
But the
So
scam is
right away that
so
I'm like,
legit.
delete,
the scam is really easy. Really quickly, I'll tell you how it works. When the hacker hacks into your computer, especially the ones that are calling overseas, saying that you have an Amazon purchase that you need to remove from your checking account, that they overpaid and you have the money in your account, right? They're saying that your bank account has an extra $10,000 that shouldn't be there, and you owe them the money, right? So what they'll do is they'll say, hold on a second, I'll get my manager to get it approved. So your screen turns blue. But you guys will notice this. You could try this at home. Press the F12 key on your computer. And on the right-hand side, you'll see the HTML screen of the browser, right? You could take your cursor and go over any of the dollar amounts. It says, for example, on your bank, it says you balance $1,000. You can put an extra zero there and it shows 10,000. And when you close the screen, your monitor will show transaction $10,000. But it's only for your session. On the server at the bank, it's not that way. So when the hacker comes back with his manager and you're looking at your account, you're seeing that, oh, yeah, there's an Amazon purchase there, but it shouldn't be there. Yes, you need to wire us back that money. So now you're wiring them back money.
Yeah.
And it's not yours.
It's interesting to me how many people like fall for that. I'd be like, wait a minute,
It's
let me call my
amazing.
bank. Like I would instantly,
Oh, that's another cool one too. You'll call your bank, and a lot of times they'll say, here, call this 800 number. It's the actual bank. It'll answer it.
Yeah. Oh,
Bank of America, Wells Fargo. And you're thinking, oh, wow, this is Wells Fargo. And it's actually the scammer.
No, I would call my
I was
bank.
just talking to Bobby about this the other day. 2 weekends ago, somebody called me, and it literally looked like my bank was calling. So I answered it.
True. Yeah.
And I didn't give him any information because it caught my, it was just
Radar,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just weird. And I mean, I've gone to enough of these, lessons where I just won't give you the information.
Yeah.
Like but it was the way that it just played out. And I was like, wow, this is really, my mind is like, wow, this is pretty good, And he's like, oh, you just made a purchase for something. And I'm like, yeah, I did.
What's your bank name?
American First, right? Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
So
But
it
it
was
came
America
up
first.
like-
It was America's first.
Yeah, but it was because I was like not 100% focused.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
I
what I'm
answered
for.
it and I never answered my phone. Like, unless I see your name,
Yeah.
it's plugged into my phone. So it threw me off. And the weird thing is that morning I had to cut my cards off because there was a weird charge. And I thought it was, wow, y'all are getting really good at this. Like I hate to say that. But so I think that leads me into, maybe we weren't going to go down this path, but you've got your good and your bad, right? How do you persuade more good than bad? Because what is it we always said in every lesson we ever, thing I ever went to, it's not sexy being on the good side.
Right. The moral of the story is practice, right? Definitely practice. And with fire drills, training, I'm with the emergency management group with FEMA and Homeland Security, and it's about practicing these cyber drills. That's the way to avoid this. What we're doing here, we're talking about this, right? You know, there are podcasts that are like this, but the bad guys, they sit around going, hey, Habib, how much did you steal this week? Oh, yeah, we stole $50 million from this American. How'd you do it? They work on a podcast like this talking about subject matters of how they scam people. It's a scammers podcast, and they actually sell packages, how they do their scamming and how they scam people, and they're promoting scamming.
No
Scammers work on
way.
this. Our 9-to-5s are trying to do our jobs, our due diligence in our businesses, while the scammers are working every week on vulnerabilities. How can we break into companies and businesses? Like hotels, casinos, healthcare.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
fast money, quick money. They'll pay. They don't care.
Pay it because they need it.
Yeah.
Because people's lives are on the line. So
Yeah.
they'll pay the money for it.
Yeah.
And then the hackers tell other people, boom, they're hacked.
Yeah.
Someone else is hacked. Right?
Yeah. Just sad. Really
But
sad.
things that you wouldn't know getting hacked. Remember after the MGM happened and the hotels got hit, there was the car dealerships got
Yeah.
hit here.
Yes.
And you know, they use the same plan
Yes.
like they did with the hotels because
Yeah.
they know it works. So they
Right.
sold it to a group and they got them network.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
scary. Well, I was doing more research on it and that kind of thing, and how scary it's really becoming because you don't know the difference. So that could have like manipulated, I don't want to say the voting system, but I'm going to throw that out there a little bit because I mean, it's so good, you can't really tell.
Very
You don't
true.
know.
Very true. The two pieces of information out there that can affect our society is misinformation and disinformation. It's now been weaponized. Remember the day when Rodney King video first came out, and that was like the first time we saw video evidence of cops beating an individual, and we saw it on video. They didn't have 4K back then, but we saw it in video, right? And people thought, oh, wow, this is crazy. Fast forward now, you can't even tell. Nowadays, you see that, you're thinking, that could be fake. But now it could be faked. All those videos that you've seen can be faked. The deepfakes and AI, it's absolutely incredible. And they're going to get even worse. Worse, you won't be able to tell. A couple years ago, the Hollywood Actors Guild had a big strike.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And the big issue they were talking about was AI and deep fakes, because the Screen Actors Guild, the producers, they wanted to tell the actors, let us take a picture of you and you sign a contract, we'll pay you $100 and you're done. We're not going to pay anything more. They'll take that photo and deep fake it. Now you're in the background in a scene and they're telling the stunt crew, that costs us so much money to put together these sets. Let's just use AI and we'll take the actor and have him in the scene. And it looks absolutely real. So you're getting rid of the actors. And by replacing actors, and you're bringing up actors that have passed on too, and having them in films.
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain, there's a movie that's out. A Wilt Chamberlain basketball player passed away, and he's in a film that came out a couple of years ago. He passed away over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But the money they're giving to his family is the state, but still.
Yeah. It's not right.
Yeah, definitely. Deep fake is something that we need to be concerned with. But how we're doing it, Sonia, is that we're saying, okay, to verify this is deep fake, let us send it over to another bot to check it. So now we got these bots checking other bots.
Is that efficient?
It's weird because now you're depending upon the bots to help humans find out who's fake or not. You know, for example, a lot of these sites, you go on dating sites, you'll see a girl that says, oh, I'm interested in you. Like, wow, she's pretty attractive. Well, what I do is I right click on her photo and I'll put it into another app online. It scans a picture and tells me if it's fake or not. And it comes back, this is a fake photo,
Image,
yeah, fake image. But what happens when those bots start to talk to each other?
Yeah.
Like, hey, bot, you want to make some money? Like, screw up these people? Watch this movie called Terminator, then let's get talk.
Still one of my all-time favorites.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's create Skynet, right?
Well, and
Yeah.
I mean, you had the Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? The old model, and then they created a better, as each movie went on,
Right.
stronger, more like efficient Terminator to come back and
Yes.
destroy. So what they stopped.
Yeah, because mankind can't settle, can't
Right.
become moral and fight between each other. Why not just have a bot handle all of it? We're kind of doing it now with our AI, asking questions.
Right.
Just have the computers handle it. Awareness. So the answer to all this is just being aware. Like we're talking about it now, that's the best thing we could do.
It's crazy. Crazy town.
But it's here. I mean, so
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Is it threatening jobs? And I mean, what, like, is that something you guys talk about?
Yeah.
Like, what is the financial impact? What is the economical impact of all this? Like,
That's a very good question. I'm on a mastermind group that's working with City of Las Vegas and Vegas Chamber. And we're looking at the possibility of what would Las Vegas look like in casinos with all bots taking over. There's a smart town being built south Las Vegas Boulevard, right, where everything's going to be bots and computers. And what would that look like? So a couple weeks ago, there's a restaurant here. Can I give it the name of the restaurant? Lemon Tree. They had bots there from a company called Robot Lab. They're going to be my show, so Robot Lab. And they brought the robots in there. And it was interesting. They were actually helping the waiters and waitresses out. The robots would put food to water, the food, the trays, come back, pick up the dishes, all done with bots. So the idea of how would Vegas look like on our strip where we will have our dealers are now AI bots, 3D hologram images.
Cocktail waitresses.
Cocktail waitresses, yes. Walk around with electronic booty shorts.
Yeah.
I think the important question is, do we have to tip them? 15%, 20%,
right.
25%. I'm
Imagine
like,
that? Can you tip them
I'm
all?
sorry
tips
if
in my
I'm
pocket.
raising a little thing here.
Yes.
so what's the consensus?
Well, if you notice, it's interesting. If you go to some of these casinos, you'll see some of the games are slowly being automated.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? It's like the old saying that you put a frog in a boiling water, he jumps out, but you let him swim in it where it's cool, he'll think it's comfortable. Then you slowly turn him up the flame, and next thing he knows, he's frog soup, right? So is that what we're going through right now?
Yeah.
They're doing it slowly to see how people will understand it and be involved in it. And next thing you know, it's here.
Craps is like that. The craps game is mostly like that now.
Roulette is like that. Yeah.
But can you imagine that?
It's infinite.
Yeah.
Think about it. I went to pick up my car from when I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma at a hotel, really nice hotel. I don't carry cash with me, right? So tip the valet parker. I said, "Oh, sorry, I don't have any cash." He goes, "No problem. You can use my Zelle. Let me give you my Zelle account." So he waited there until I gave him my Zelle account
Yeah.
for a $5 tip.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? And I was like,
I give
wow.
you credit for that, though.
Well, even
That
like you
is
walk out of a
amazing.
store right now to buy Girl Scout cookies, and I'm like, oh crap, I don't have any
They
cash
got their
on
little
me. And they're
Apple
like,
thing.
"Can
They're
you
like,
do-
that's okay."
Yeah, you
You're
can
like-
Apple pay me. I'm like, oh.
I'm trying to tell you I don't want them because I'm not feeling it. That
I was like,
post-COVID
okay,
wait
I'll buy
is
some cookies. Damn it.
That's where our society's
Thin
getting
Mints. It
to.
is. Thank you. No.
Yes.
A whole box.
I was like, oh, and I only like the gluten-free ones. They're like, we got a case. Okay.
Got
Bought a case. You just bought a case.
It happens.
That's funny.
What more? Restaurants? Wait till you see the restaurants, the fast food restaurants being replaced by bots.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Because you notice if you go to YouTube or some of these fighting websites where people are fighting at the restaurants all the time,
Yeah.
to get rid of that, if it's all done with bots, you wouldn't have that issue anymore. So McDonald's are experimenting with this.
Yeah, yeah.
There's supposedly one here in Vegas on Southern Highlands
Yeah.
that experiment with it. You pull up to the drive-through, you order your food, you pay with your card, and you talk to a screen. When you pull up front, screen opens up and your food's automatically sent to you. There's no person.
Oh my goodness.
So you don't have to argue with anybody.
yeah.
I'm going.
So Europe, I'm not saying you literally do not talk to anyone in the restaurant. When you go in to order your food, like at a McDonald's, which by the way is better, when you have to use their machines. You cannot order from somebody and they just holler out your number. Go. If it's wrong, you know what I mean? They're just like, okay, cool.
Yep, all done by bots.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
That's
future
crazy.
is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to stay on top of it, or we're going to be the ones that are the resistance.
Yeah.
So I have one question that leads to, not question, but a incident. Fake job interviews and employee impersonation.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's been going on forever.
So it's been happening, but this one's not a switch of people.
Oh.
It's whether or not the person is real.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they've created a deep fake, a whole other. Now so before when it was just like, it really wasn't Bob that interviewed, it was somebody else, but you wouldn't know that because they mess with the screens and stuff like that. Now it's an actual AI in person, like it's a whole other thing. and
so
that's what's
frustrating.
happening now, is you don't know. Oh, he interviewed for it, so he got the job, right? Like in some other,
But then who's going to show up to do the job?
it's remote. How would you know?
Yep.
He's doing the job. Well, we don't know who's doing the job. Somebody's doing the job, but you know what I mean?
No.
There's a quick one here. It was in Hong Kong, a call put together by the CEO on the project status of a job they're working on. And they had 15 people on the Zoom call, right? They had the CEO, CFO, like they normally would do. And one of the line items in their agenda was to change the checking account to one of the projects they're working on. The project manager was there. Everybody in the Zoom call, they had communications back and forth. The CFO was there in the Zoom call. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody on that call was a bot except for the CFO, the person who presses the button to transfer the money. And the click of a button transferred $25 million to the other account.
Oh my gosh.
And what they did, they recorded it. And as they're recording it, the CEO is talking to people on the call, just like he would normally do, right? They were stating that this cyber attack took 5 years to muster. What happened is when the company got attacked, the actual malware stayed in the corner. Just think of a fly on the wall and learn the communications back and forth between the people, what they say, conversations they have, right?
Oh my gosh.
So now you're sitting in a Zoom call and your
Oh my
CFO is going,
God.
so how's your daughter's soccer game? Oh, thanks for asking. It was great. She's doing well. How's your mother? Oh, she's doing fine too. Her hip replacement's doing good. Just conversations like that because it read the emails during the last 5 years of everybody in the company and how they communicate. And now the bot, 5 years later, it attacked during this call.
Oh, wow.
What an investment. 5 years able to
25 million.
I got to give him credit for that, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
that's
was
really
worth it.
smart. And you have
Yeah.
to be very patient
Yeah.
for that plan to work.
That's why we say it's a campaign. It's not an attack where it stick them with
Yeah,
a gun.
like in the moment.
They'll wait
Yeah.
years to get data.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. I got to throw out all my stuff.
Oh, now that you've totally depressed us. This is so exciting.
But
Okay.
educated us.
Educated.
Come on now,
Educated.
we're
Sorry, I think I said
educated.
educated us. So as we wrap up, tell us what's going on this year for you. Where can people find you? Where can they engage with you? What should people be doing?
And are you going to be doing the teachings? Because I missed those.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to do Hacking the Human events starting up again. We try and do one every quarter
Yeah.
at a place in Las Vegas. So we're looking for sponsors. So if you guys know of anybody that wants to help sponsor, it would be great as well. That's where I put together people from law enforcement and our legislators, and we actually talk. Yeah, we talk about them. We have food there as well. They were like our other events we used to do, our lunch and learns. Yeah, we can actually get together and talk about as a community what's going on and how cybersecurity affects our community in Vegas, but also now in our nation, right?
Yeah.
That and next couple of months, I should have my dissertation finished. I'll be Dr. Mack soon. I'm so glad getting that done.
Yes.
Yeah, cybersecurity, having that done, doing more speaking events.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing, Sonia, when I travel around the country and I do these trainings with Homeland Security and you're talking to other businesses, how we're all have the same issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How people get scammed. Scammers are out there and
Yeah.
how it affects us all.
Nice. So where can people find you?
You can find my website at Mack Jackson, MACK Jackson JR.com
Yes.
or VandersonCyberGroup.com. So I have two websites you can find me from, but
We'll put it all in the show notes for sure.
really appreciate that.
And any advice you want to leave our audience with?
Yes, I leave you like with the philosopher, two philosophers real quick. The first philosopher said, I'm not afraid of a man that knows 20,000 kicks. I'm afraid of a man that knows one kick and practice it 25,000 times. And that was Bruce Lee. The second philosopher says that everyone has a plan until you get hit in the face. And that's Mike Tyson.
I love that one.
Absolutely.
Oh, my
That's good. Well, we go way back, and you have come a very long way from our little technology review show.
my God.
I remember watching you on that, and I was like,
Claudia's on that show, yes.
Thanks for joining us in the Bullpen hosted by TCG. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who can benefit from it. Hit that subscribe button. And until next time, do you want a job or not?